A previous video, we have seen important features of Rigvedic period and Ṛgveda. That video link is given in description box. In this video, we are going to see division of Rigveda Samhita. It is said that Vedas are infinite and the knowledge of the Vedas has neither beginning nor end. The entire knowledge of the Vedas was divided into four types, that is Ṛgveda, Yajurveda, Samveda and Atharveda by sage Vedas. Vedas have been written by Maharishi Vyas, but Vedas have only been scripted by Vyas. Vyas divided the Vedas into different sections and named them Ṛgveda, Yajurveda, Samveda and Atharveda. Because of dividing the Vedas, he was called Vyas. Earlier, his name was Krishna Dvaipayan. He gave the information of Ṛgveda, Yajurveda, Samveda and Atharveda to his dear disciples. The name of his disciples are Vaishampayan, Sumantamuni, Pail and Gemini. Then his disciples expanded this knowledge to many schools through their disciples. According to Patanjali Mahabhashya, there were probably 21 branches of Ṛgveda. 5 branches mentioned in the book named Charanview of Shaunak Rishi are considered to be major. These 5 branches are Shakal, Vashkal, Ashvalayani, Shankayani and Mandukayani. Out of the above mentioned branches, only Shakal branch of Ṛgveda is completely available and that is also in vogue. Therefore, the introduction of Ṛgveda is being given here on the basis of that branch. To avoid any kind of adulteration in the Vedas, the sages has written down the word and letters by counting them. According to the index of the Katen Prabhuti rishis, the number of rishas is 10,580. The number of the words is 1,53,526 and according to the Shaunakrit index, there are 4,32,000 letters. It is mentioned in the text like the Shatpat Brahman that number of the letter composed by Prajapati was 12,000 Bhrutis, means 12,000 times 36, means 4,32,000 characters. Ṛgveda, which is available today in the form of Shakal Samhita, has only 10,552 hymns. Division of Ṛgveda Samhita. Ṛgveda Samhita is collection of hymns. Ṛg Samhita is divided into 2 types, Ashtakram and Mandalkram. Under Ashtakram, the entire Samhita is divided into 8 Ashtakas and each Ashtakas has 8 Adhyayas. The Adhyayas are divided into Vargas and the Vargas are divided into Mantras. The total number of Adhyayas is 64 and the total number of Vargas is 2006. Ashtakram is the old division order in which the entire Rig Samhita is divided into 8 parts, means 8 Ashtaka. Each Ashtak has 8 Adhyayas and each Adhyayas has some Vargas. A group of hymns means a group of mantras is called a Varga. In short, in Ashtakram there are 8 Ashtakas, 64 Adhyayas and 2006 Vargas. Now we will see Ashtakram division order in below table. In this table we are going to see number of Ashtakas, number of Adhyayas, number of Suktas, number of Vargas and number of mantras. In Ashtaka 1 there are 8 Adhyayas, 121 Suktas, 265 Vargas and 1370 mantras. In Ashtaka 2 there are 8 Adhyayas, 119 Suktas, 221 Vargas and 1147 mantras. In Ashtaka 3 there are 8 Adhyayas, 122 Suktas, 225 Vargas and 1209 mantras. In Ashtaka 4 there are 8 Adhyayas, 140 Suktas, 250 Vargas and 1289 mantras. In Ashtaka 5 there are 8 Adhyayas, 129 Suktas, 238 Vargas and 1263 mantras. In Ashtaka 6 there are 8 Adhyayas, 124 Suktas, 313 Vargas and 1650 mantra. In Ashtaka 7 there are 8 Adhyayas, 116 Suktas, 248 Vargas and 1263 mantras. In Ashtaka 7 there are 8 Adhyayas, 116 Suktas, 248 Vargas and 1263 mantras. In Ashtaka 8 there are 8 Adhyayas, 146 Suktas, 246 Vargas and 1281 mantras. There are total 64 Adhyayas, 117 Suktas, 206 Vargas and 10,472 mantras. If we add Valkilya 11 Suktas, 18 Vargas vargas and 80 mantras. There are total 1028 suktas, 224 vargas and 10,552 mantras. Now we are going to see mandal kram. There are 10 mandals in the Rigveda samhita. There are many anuvaks in each mandal, many suktas in each anuvak, and many mantras in each sukta. Accordingly, there are 10 mandals, 85 anuvaks, 1028 suktas, and 10,552 mantras in Rigveda samhita. Under this division order of mandal kram, the samhita is divided into 10 mandals. Rigveda is called the Shatai on the basis of these 10 mandals. There are many anuvaks in each mandal and many suktas in each anuvak and many hymns means many mantras in each sukta. In such way, there are 10 mandals, 85 anuvak, 1028 suktas and 10,552 mantras. Out of 1028 suktas, 11 suktas belong to Balakilya. Nowadays, special importance is given to this division. According to the mandal kram of Rigveda, scholars believe that this division is historical as well as scientific. The Rigveda samhita is the original scripture and it is divided into parts, means section, and each of these parts is called a mandal. Each mandal is further divided into several subdivisions which called anuvaks. Anuvaks are further divided into suktas. Further, each suktas consist of several mantras. The complete sentence of the Seer sage is called sukta, in which the names of the deities appear in one or more mantras. By those mantras, the ritual of yagas are performed, and in which the deities are praised are called mantras. The group of these mantras is often called sukta. Now we will see the meaning of mantrarashta rishi. Mantrarashta rishi means rishi received this Veda mantra through intense tapas or meditation. And how did they get it from meditation? It is explained in the 10th mandal of Rigveda. In the 71 mantra, it has been told that sages heard a subtle sound in their meditation, which is also called God's voice. The rishis carefully listened to this sound, remember it, and then pass this mantra to the others through the guru-disciple tradition. In this way, the rishis who interview the mantra are called mantradrashta rishi, means seer rishi. Now we are going to see mandals, number of anuvak, number of suktas, number of mantras, mantradrashta rishis, and important facts of mandal. In mandal 1, there are 24 anuvaks, 191 suktas, 2006 mantras. Mantradrashta rishi of these mandals are Madhuchanda, Megatithi, Dirgatama, Agatsya, Gautam, Parashar, etc. Important facts of this mandal is praise of Agni and worship of Indra. In mandal 2, there are 4 anuvaks, 43 suktas, 429 mantras. The Mantradrashta rishi of this mandals are Grihastama and his descendants. Important facts of this mandal is 2 varnas are mentioned, Arya and Anarya. Mandal 3, there are 5 anuvaks, 62 suktas, 627 mantras. Mantradrashta rishis of this mandal are Vishwamitra and his descendants. Important facts of this mandal is that mention of Gayatri mantra. This mantra is dedicated to the sun god. Mandal 4. In mandal 4, there are 5 anuvaks, 58 suktas, 589 mantras, and the Mantradrashta rishi of this mandals are Vamdev and his descendants. Important facts of this mandal is that it is mainly describes the power of Agni, Indra, Rishabh, and Vayu. It is described the process related to agriculture. The word agriculture has been mentioned 24 times. In mandal 5, there are 6 anuvaks, 87 suktas, and 727 mantras. The Mantradrashta rishi of these mandals are Atri and his descendants. The important fact of this mandal is that in this mandal, too, along with Agni and Indra, the power of other deities have been told. In this mandal, description of society and religion is given. In mandal 6, there are 6 anuvaks, 75 suktas, and 765 mantras. The Mantradrashta rishi of these mandals are Bharadwaj and his descendants. The important fact of these mandals are, in this mandal, along with the Agni and Indra, the power of Usha, Vayu, Ashwin, and Pushan have been told. In this mandal, description of society and religion is given. In mandal 7, there are 6 anuvaks, 108 suktas, and 841 mantras. Mantradrashta rishi of these mandals are Vasishtha and his descendants. Important fact of these mandals are, it is dedicated to the god Varuna. 7 mandal describes the battle between Suktas and the 10 kings, which was fought on the banks of the river Parushni, means Ravi. Suktas won won in this war. In this mandal, along with Agni and Indra, the power of Marut, Varun, Ashwin, Usha and Vishnu have been told. In mandal 8, there are 10 Anuvaks, 103 Suktas and 1636 mantras. The Mantarashta Rishi of these mandals are Kanva, Brigu, Angira and their descendants. Important facts of these mandals are description of 11 Balkilya Suktas. In this mandal, along with Agni and Indra, the power of other gods have been told. In mandal 9, there are 7 Anuvaks, 114 Suktas and 1108 mantras. The Mantarashta Rishi of these mandals are Rishis and Som. Important fact of these mandals is description of the Somrasas. This mandal is dedicated to the deity Soma. In mandal 10, there are 12 Anuvaks, 191 Suktas and 1754 mantras. The Mantarashta Rishi of these mandals are Rit, Vimat, Indra, Shraddha, Kamayani, Indrani, Sachi, Urvashi, etc. Important facts of these mandals are Purush Sukta, Nardya Sukta, Hiranyagarbha Sukta, Sangyan Sukta, Vivav Sukta, Akshay Sukta, etc. Important Suktas comes in this mandal. The important information is obtained from the mandals of the ṛgveda, whose details are as follow. First mandal. From the first mandal, we get the following details. Agni has been praised in the first mantra of the first mandal of ṛgveda, and the rest of the mantras talks about power of Agni and Indra along with Aruna, Mitra, Ashwin, Marut, Surya, Rudra, Ribhu, Vayu, Brihaspati, Vishnu and Earth. In this mandal, Manu has been described as the first Yajnakarta. In the mantra of ṛgveda, Manu has been called the son of Surya. The legend of Surya Putra Manu is described in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In ṛgveda, he has been called the first Yajnakarta. He performed the first yajna to the 33 deities. The details related to agriculture are available from the first mandal itself, in which Manu has taught plowing and growing grains. In this, Ashwini Dev has been considered as the god of medicine and medical science. It was Ashwini Dev who had given Navayavan to Chavan Rishi, and he had put an artificial lake in a place of severe lake of Virangana Vishpalla. The concept of monotheism is also first obtained from the first mandal. Second mandal. In this mandal, there is a description of the battle between Indra, who is the king of gods, and the Vrittasura, in which Indra freed the water upper by killing Vrittasura. In this mandal, also the power of Agni and Indra have been told. Third mandal. In this mandal too, along with Agni and Indra, the power of other deities have been told. The famous Gayatri mantra is mentioned in this mandal. The seer of this mantra was Vishwamitra. Gayatri mantra is dedicated to Savita and Savitri, which is the gods of light. The sun before sunrise is called Savitri, and the sun after sunrise till sunset is called Surya. These mandals also mention the prayer offered by sage Vishwamitra to pacify the floods in the rivers. Seventh mandal. Dashragya war, which is the most important battle of ṛgvedic period. The description of Dashragya war is found in this mandal. In this war, King Suktas of Bharat Kabila defeated the confederacy of 10 kings, which was led by Puru on the banks of river Parushni, means Ravi river. This mandal is dedicated to Varuna, and its seer is the Maharshi Vishwamitra. From the Manduk Sukta of this mandal, we get information about the education system of the ṛgvedic period. 8th mandal. This mandal is also known as Pragyat mandal or Geya mandal. It contains a completion of Geya padas, most of which Suktas are also found in Samveda. This mandal begins with the praise of Indra. We also get information from this mandal that the total of 21 women participated in the composition of ṛgveda, in which the most important was Lopamudra, the wife of sage Agastya. Among the other women were Gosha, Apala, Vishwara, etc. 9th mandal. This mandal is dedicated to Soma, the god of vegetation. It is first known from this mandal that ṛgvedic period Varna system was not based on the birth but was based on karma. Dasham mandal. In the Purush Sukta of this mandal, the origin of 4 Varnas from the part of Virata Purusha has been told, which is as follows. It is said that from the mouth of Virata Purusha there is the origin of Brahmin. From the arm of Virata Purusha there is the origin of Kshatriya. From the Janga of Virata Purusha there is the origin of Vaishya. And the feet of Virata Purusha there is the origin of Shudra. In this way, the word Shudra was the first used in the Purush Sukta. 42 rivers have been described in the Nadi Suktas of the 10th mandal. out of which 25 rivers have been praised, considering them as divine. Other features of Nadi Suktas are as follows. The most frequently mentioned river in the Rigveda is the Indus River, means Sindhu River, which is called Sushama or Hiranyani. The most sacred river of Rigvedic period is Saraswati, which is called Naditama. The area of this river was called Saptasindhu. Ganga has been mentioned one time and Yamuna 3 times in Nadi Sukta. It has been told in Nadi Sukta that Kumbha and Kabul river used to flow in Afghanistan. The last river mentioned in the Sukta was the Gomal or Gomti river flowing in Afghanistan. The concept of Nirguna Brahma is the first found in the Nasadya Sukta of 10th mandal. The defects of the gambling have been described in the Aksha Sukta of this mandal, and a gambler has been asked to do agricultural work. In such way, we have seen explanation about division of Rigveda Samhita. To get such more information and enlighten yourself, subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.